Wirecast. Wirecast.
Cast. Expensive?
1,500 US.
Just for the program?
Mm-hmm.
I might have to chat with you about it. We have some National Ski Patrol events coming up, like a first aid comp and a whole bunch of. We're trying to get media exposure and stuff. It might be the right solution, even at a cost like that, where we could use it quite regularly. Might be a great
Alrighty, guys, we are back. Faked you out. We thought we were done for the night. However, we have one more match coming your way. Both from Edmonton. Carlos Barbosa, Brian Butler. It is, I believe, still the first rack. So we are back. One last match of the night. Look out, 8-ball. That has become a massive tree stump in the way for, I believe it's Brian Butler at the table right now. And Brian Butler, just as a little side note FYI, is the owner of Top Shots Pool Hall up in Edmonton, Alberta, Carlos Barbosa. Also playing out of Edmonton, quite often frequents the same pool hall. Roadies for this event. And good evening, Jim Orzel. Thank you again for tuning in. Great shot. Nice little check siding. Gets the rail and the shot. I believe that 8 will pass the 2-ball into that left-hand side pocket. Great shot from Brian. Really, I don't think has to worry about the scratch. I think the 6 is in the way. Perfect. Perfect shot. Brian Butler taking game number 1. Great little 2-rail shot. And we'll give a shout out to one of our sponsors here at Q Sports Live. It is the Mike Burton Home Team. Obviously based out of Calgary. And if you are in the market looking to buy or sell or in need of a mortgage, they are definitely the ones to get in touch with. They are the best in the business. You'll be able to find them on Facebook under the Mike Burton Home Team. And welcome back, guys. If you are just tuning in, we had mentioned in the last broadcast it was the final one of the evening. We got faked out by our tournament director. She threw one more at us. Carlos Barbosa, Brian Butler. Both of these gentlemen definitely know how to hold a cue. It's going to be a great match. And I think Carlos came up dry. So Brian with a good look. Can't quite tell what that cluster is. 5-6. 5-6-1. And the 4. Probably going to take high ball. Just simply based on where the 3-ball is. I think high ball would be my choice. Play the 13 ball. You got to watch the rub, though. The rub on, I believe it's the 14 ball sitting up top there. Maybe the 15. It's the 15 ball. Gotta watch the rub on that 15 ball. You don't want to punch it over to the 3 ball, but you want to stick around for the 11. Great shot. Punches it out past the 3. Clears it out of trouble. Take the 11 ball. Get it out of the way. From there, I favor Brian to get out. Take a 2-0 lead. Both of these guys are fighting for their life. This is a B-side match. Nice little draw for the 10. Play 1 pocket. Oh, he's going to go down 12 first. That will also work. Which way do you play this? Do you go 14 first, or do you stick around and take the 10 next? I think 14 is a little bit farther down the rail, so I think I'm probably going to play the 12 ball, go short side underneath the 2 for the 14 into that left side pocket. It's a little bit more angle than what he wanted, but it still should work. Well, hello, Joey. How are you? Tuning in on YouTube. Thanks very much, guys, for tuning in. If you are just joining us, help me out. Hit that share button. I'm pretty sure Ben Francis will be back here at some point. Up until then, I've got you covered on the microphone. If you are new to Q Sports Live, my name is Grant. And welcome to Q Sports Live. So Brian really taking his time here. Does not want to give Carlos a sniff at this table. Look out. Oh, he's sitting perfect. He's sitting perfect. 10 ball, bottom left-hand corner.
No.
That'll leave the 14 into the top left. Hey, you bet, Brian. Thanks for tuning in. Barrie, Ontario representing. Keith Yowser back in the house. Victoria, BC. Thank you for sharing. Much appreciated. Yeah, Tony, we got faked out by the tournament director. We were told that the last match was the last one of the evening. And as soon as we shut down, she came over and said, we have one more, and we can't miss this. Brian Butler and Carlos Barbosa, both hailing from Edmonton. Brian owning Top Shots Pool Hall up in Edmonton, Alberta. And there's no way that we could not stream this one. Both of these guys are fighting for their lives. They are on the B side. The format of this event for the Barry Hooey Memorial, a little different than most tournaments. On the A side, the guys are playing 9 ball on the 9-foot tables. If you make it over to the B side, you'll be playing 8 ball on the 7-foots. And Brian Butler taking a 2-0 lead. He'll be leading off the break for rack number 3. And we'll give you a little viewer advantage action. It is a shopping spree, $700 Canadian, any way you'd like it. $20 Canadian to get in to win. If you're in Canada, qsportslive@gmail.com. If you're outside of Canada and you want in to win, send a message to the Q Sports Live page. I'll get back to you with how you can get in to win. And Ben Francis joining us back on the microphone. Welcome back, Mr. Franchise.
And I already missed 2 games. Brian Butler running racks as usual.
He pulled out a shot on rack number 1. It was a 2-rail kick shot to come up sitting good on the 8.
Watch this follow through. Watch Brian's follow through on his break. It's like the maximum follow through anyone's ever had on a break shot. Brian Butler, ladies and gentlemen.
Doubt, right? Beautiful Whidbey Island, Washington. Thank you for streaming these events. The next best thing to shooting pool is watching it. You have nailed that right on the head, Diana. Welcome to Q Sports Live. And typical of Q Sports Live, guys, we do typically go live 1 or 2 times every 1 or 2 weeks.
Sometimes every week. I mean,
sometimes weekly.
With the spread of Q Sports Live being Rod and Lance.
Oh, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Winnipeg and BC, we're almost every week.
Every week.
Yeah, we got it down to pretty much every week.
I think so too. And we will be adding another location here shortly. That location will be San Francisco, California.
San Fran. The Collado sisters.
A great group of girls.
So has Brian gone to the washroom here?
Maybe.
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
I'm wondering why he hasn't shot the 2 yet.
Yeah, right.
I think the only shot here is maybe shoot the 2. And if he could see the 13, cut 13, the 13, break that out. But, I mean,
I think that's what he's doing.
That would be ideal if you can see that, because you got that, I think it's the 15 hanging over the side. That's your insurance ball.
You just don't want to get stuck behind that 6. Chip off the side of that 2 ball. Or 4 ball.
The purple 4, yeah, like he can really get stuck here a couple different ways. I think that's why he hasn't shot it.
But I think it's the right
yet.
shot. I think you're right. If he's got the angle to do that.
Well, and that's assuming like he might even need to spin it quite a bit, and that's why he hasn't shot it too. So he's looking up table now. He's looking at like the 5 ball or something here. Then maybe use the 3 to get angle on the 2 to break the 4. He might be thinking about doing that later on.
Well, and it's very odd that at the beginning of the rack, that executing the shot that you mentioned, if you can execute it and get shape, it's very odd that is a game-winning shot, the first shot of the rack.
Well, he might also be thinking about when he rubs the 4, does it block the 11? And then he's going to have another problem. So that might be why he's choosing low ball here, it looks like. He's going to punch into this 4. He's got to hit this pretty hard. Oh, he went in off the 13, hoping the 13 would maybe break the 4.
Mm-hmm. Is the 4 wired, the 12-4? Because you can use the 6 ball. And even if it's kind of to the inside.
That's where I've just been lost on these balls. Like
I think it is the 6 because the 14's down table. Right? 14 and 5 are down table.
Maybe we can cut on this glare a little bit.
It's
like the
1 ball.
Yeah, that's the 1. It's so hard to see that ball. We're a little bit away from this table here, so I mean the brightness is a little tough.
Indeed, Deborah, thank you very much for sharing.
I don't know if we ever really get a good look at what that ball is from this angle.
Well, it is the 1-12-4, and he's on to the 3.
So
and if the 12-4 is lined up to the left-hand side of that bottom left pocket, you can still push through that 12 ball using the 1. Oh, how good was that?
Broke in behind it beautifully. He's got a shot on this 4, and now the 1 ball goes on the bottom left. How does he get shape here, though, Grant?
Yeah, shaping up the 7 is tough. Never mind shaping the 1. The 1 I think is okay. You can float the 4 into that top left and use the 12 as a stopper.
But then how do you get on the 7, right? You're going to have a weird angle on the 1. Even if you get a good shot on the 1, you're going to be funny on it. So he's going to try to do something else. Yeah, he's going to draw with inside and go 2 rails to get on the 1.
Whew, you're asking a lot here.
I mean, this is a really tall task. If anyone can do it, Brian has these little shots in his bag.
He does, yeah. He's a very knowledgeable cueist.
And a wizard with the cue ball. Like he has all the shots.
Yeah.
Not everyone has all the shots. Brian has every shot in the bag.
Yeah. Now, do you draw right hand and try to kind of float 3 rails and back out?
I think he's going to draw like with left spin and go to the bottom rail, then the right side rail. I think that's his plan here. Oh, he went your way 3. I don't like
3
it.
with the push. Okay, so
this
now the 1 goes to the top right, but how do you avoid the 11-14?
I think you just got to play this with top.
You got to punch it, right?
Yeah, you got to play it with top, kind of punch and go between the rail and the 11.
And hope you don't scratch in the side or go off a horn.
Yeah, like if you hit the horn, you're dead. If you hit the rail, then the 11, you could be okay. If you hit the 11 on the way through, you're scratching as well. So this is not ideal. What about play the 1 off the 11 in the side? Maybe float over to the right side of the table, maybe right onto the 15. The 15 could maybe be the stopper here.
15 could actually help you and push the cue ball down table if you get the right side of the 15.
If he clicks the right side, yeah.
Very creative.
And that's what he went over and looked at, was the 1 off the 11 in the left side.
It's a little tricky because I think the 11 ball is more down table. So you got to hit that just perfect.
Yeah, I think he's got to hit this good. And the cue ball is not easy. This is not really natural to go into the 15. I think he's actually going to the bottom of the 15.
I think he's actually looking at playing the 1 to the top right based on how he's cueing.
Oh, yeah. Now he's looking at the window there for the cue ball. So he's called the side.
He's calling it, yeah. So he's calling off the 11.
He looks like he's playing bottom here. Is he going to draw around 3 rails, try something crazy?
Oh, my gosh. Look at this.
Brian Butler's
Get out of the way.
He's a little aggressive, this guy. Oh, and I think he's got a shot here.
Whatever ball that is. 14.
I wish I could see the actual table from here, but
right? We're sitting, just so everybody knows, we're
think he's okay.
facing the wrong way away from the table.
Even from this angle, I still think he's okay. I think there's room there. I don't think there was. We'll see if he's gotten away. He's going to try to bank this to the bottom right. You'll know pretty quick. And he's cutting it.
He's cutting it.
Low left, spin around, play the 8 in the top left. The fact that he's taken this long to shoot it already means it's definitely tight.
It's tight.
He would have shot it 30 seconds ago if it had lots of room.
Yeah, but it does look like it's a little to the high side of the pocket. It looks like there's room there.
Man, these, you know as well as anyone, these shots are so deceiving. It'll jam quite often.
Oh, yeah.
Quite often this shot will jam when you think you hit it good. And it almost jammed. Did you see it?
He hit that perfect speed.
You see it kind of squeeze on the way by. Like
it's crazy.
It looked like it might jam there. That was a good shot.
That was a great shot. Brian Butler, ladies and gentlemen.
And a pretty good out there from Mr. Butler.
Circus. I love it.
To no surprise of anyone's, especially Carlos. Carlos knows him well. These guys are good buddies.
Yeah, roadies on this trip. Brian Butler taking a 3-0 lead over Carlos Barbosa. So why don't we give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Ben? How about some JB Case action? They are the protection your cue deserves with the design you desire. If you've never been onto the JB Case website, highly, highly recommend it. It is almost limitless with the design concepts that you can come out with on a JB case. And as much as craftsmanship of a JB case is their warranty, second to none.
Lifetime warranty on anything nowadays.
No.
Doesn't matter what you buy.
Your cues. Your cues are in a JB case and your cues get damaged, he those as well. Heard of. That doesn't.
Lifetime warranty on a cell phone. Where they guarantee you it won't break down in 2 years.
Well, you can get that plan, but you got to pay for it.
Charge you the price of the next phone they're going to sell you.
Exactly. Steve says the lighting don't look good on the table.
It's not the light, Steve. It's just the camera's a little bit.
And it seems our stream is freezing up a little bit, and I'm not sure why.
Hopefully it's just our end, but let us know if it keeps lagging a little bit.
It is definitely lagging. Somebody got a hammer. We need to fix it.
Yeah, it's about that time anyway.
I've got it in my truck.
9 with a hammer.
Yeah, right? Do they make Jacoby Black in quick release? They do. That is a lock joint. Actually have a couple of them. I'll clarify what I mean by saying in stock. Custom Q's Q Sports Live has a bin, and that's where all of our shafts go. So as soon as they get ordered, and we definitely have some in stock.
Carlos is in massive trouble here. Goes without saying, even if he runs out. Race
He's
to
in
6,
tough.
alternate break.
Yeah, he is in tough.
Clint Gamble still walking ear to ear grin.
I would guess.
Which I don't blame one little bit after that bank on the 9 if you guys happen to catch that early.
It's true.
If not, go back and check.
It is skipping up pretty bad. I don't know if our commentary is skipping as bad as the stream. Do a quick shutdown, bring it back up right away. Maybe in the next rack.
Is anyone else? Yeah, everyone else is freezing and skipping, it looks like. So yeah, maybe at the end of this rack we'll restart. How good that's going to do, but
guys, that I think that I mean we gotta. I don't want to have we're gonna try it. Keep tuned, guys, and if you haven't done so, you've gone on to the like button. Not just you have to hit that like button, and that way you're notified when we come back. But we'll try and restart it.
And hello, mother.
Hello, my adopted mother.
Adopted mother Joyce. Yeah, we'll never have CSL with a leg. I mean, if
We'll
this
take care of it.
Yeah, if this keeps up, let's see if that helps.
Yeah, it's skipping bad. So at the end of this rack, guys, we will shut it down and restart. So just like I said, make sure that you've gone onto the Q Sports Live Facebook page and YouTube, and either hit the like or subscribe.
Looks like Carlos should. Oh, I almost spoke too soon there. He hit the rail before the side pocket and made that ball. Wow. Just wiggled it in there.
He did.
And this ball goes in the top right, so he's going to get this to 3-1.
Sounds like a buffering issue. Yeah, so down we might have just
Going to be right now. As soon as he makes this 8-ball, guy,
that's
we'll
it.
be right back in 2 minutes.